Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today the topic is how to convert between JSON and Protobuf. So here is the agenda. So I will be adding a Maven dependency which is Protobuf Java util which we will be using to convert a given JSON into Protobuf message, and we will use the same uh, library to convert from the protobuf message to JSON. So let's get started. So first go to Google and you need to search for uh, this library protobuf Java util Maven, and you open the first link and go to 3.21.12. You can even use the release candidates, but those are of date 2020, so you can skip and then you can go with 3.21.12 and copy this dependency, a Maven dependency, and go to your pom.xml and add the dependency. So once you have added the dependency, and load the Maven changes. So now I can see under external libraries the dependencies related to protobuf Java util are added. Now I will create a new Java class. So I will name it as protobuf util, and so I'll have a main method here, and I will add one more method. I will add one more method, public void convert to protobuf, and I will pass the JSON string. So the main method that you have to use for converting between protobuf to JSON is this JSON formatter. Okay, so I will just remove the scope runtime here so that I can import the JSON format class and load your Maven changes. So this is the class that provides the utility methods to convert from protobuf to JSON and JSON to protobuf. So, and since we are trying to convert a JSON to protobuf, so we have to initialize parser, and we have to, you can add this method ignoring unknown fields. So what happens is when the JSON has fields that cannot be mapped to the protobuf, we can ignore those fields instead of throwing an error, and you can call the match method, where the match method has two syntaxes. It's overloaded. One is you can pass the JSON, and another one is you can actually pass the JSON reader. So I will use the JSON. So just go to Google and search for sample JSON files. So I will take this example, fruit apple, size large, color red, JSON. So I will have string JSON equal to this way, and I'll just create a instance new protobuf util, protobuf util dot convert to protobuf, and then I'll pass the JSON. So now here you can pass the string, whatever string you are receiving, and the next thing is the builder. So if we go here, so you have to pass the message dot builder. So I will be using a different builder, which is struct dot builder equal to struct dot new builder. So if we actually open this struct, and I will download the sources. So here you can see struct represents the structured data value. So if you just go to the last line, it says this is the JSON representation for struct is the JSON object. So I am using the struct builder, and I will pass this builder, and so it throws the checked exception, invalid protocol buffer exception. And next thing is you have to build the builder dot build. I will introduce the as protobuf, and I'll just print the protobuf. So now let us debug the class. And hit F9. In the console you can see this is the protobuf conversion of the JSON. So this is how you can convert from JSON to protobuf. I will also, you can also make sure you can pass the protobuf here instead of just printing here, return protobuf. I will change it to struct. So the next thing in the agenda is to convert from protobuf to JSON. This is very simple. So I'll create one more method, public string convert to JSON. So I'll take the struct, or you can even take the message protobuf. So what you have to use the same JSON format class dot, you have to use the printer and then print. So you pass the protobuf. This also throws the checked exception. You can pass that, and you can introduce the local variable, and I will print the JSON, and I will return JSON. So from here I actually get the protobuf. So the same I will pass to the convert to JSON method. So protobuf util dot convert to JSON, and I'll pass the protobuf object. So now I'll keep a breakpoint here, and I will do the debug. Now you can see whatever protobuf which we have sent is now converted to JSON. I'll just print the value here. I'll clear the console and do the F9. Go to console. Sorry, okay, I have already printed, so I'll just keep the breakpoint here and debug again. So in the console, this is from the convert to protobuf method. I will clear the console and then run again. Now you can see whatever protobuf message that we have passed is now converted to JSON, and that we are printing here. So that's it for the tutorial. So it's very simple. You just have to import the protobuf Java util, and you have to use only one single class, that is JSON format. And so to convert to JSON is even simpler. Just with one line you can do, but to convert to the protobuf from JSON, it just takes some effort, but overall it is very simple with the JSON format class. Thanks for watching.